How's it going, everybody? C-RadTV back here in another video. So, of course, another week of NFL football upon us, which means it's time for the NFL Week 2 picks for the 2022 season. So, of course, last week with the picks, I went 10-5-1 with the picks. This year for the picks, for the record, I'm not going to do the +1 or -1 thing like I did the last couple years, because that kind of confused everybody. So I decided just to save all that confusion for everybody, I'll put the tie in its own category. So for this year, my record is 10-5-1, which was the record I had last week. So, pretty solid week for last week. Sadly, I did not make any money off the games last week because I got like 1 or 2 games wrong, which cost me a shot at big cash. But at least Bubba Wallace won last week, and I got $100 off it in NASCAR. So, at least I got something going there. But anyway, though, with all that said, let's go ahead. Let's have another solid week with picks this week. Let's jump right into it. So, our first game for Thursday night. We have the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs playing in Kansas City. This game's going to be a high-scoring game between Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert. Both teams, I think, are going to put up big points. I think both teams score at least 30 points. I'm going to say the Kansas City Chiefs take this one over the Chargers. I got the Chiefs in that one. Give me the Chiefs. Next game, we go to Sunday games. We got the first one. This one's going to suck ass. We got the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns playing in Cleveland, a battle of 2 trash teams. But the Browns were able to beat Baker Mayfield last week in Baker Mayfield's first game against his old team, possibly showing why they gave up on Baker in the first place. But in this one, I'm going to say the Browns win this one because the Jets are kind of screwed without Zach Wilson. So give me the Browns in this one. So I got Cleveland going to 2-0. Next game, we got the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions playing in Detroit at Ford Field. I'm going to go with the Lions in this one. Detroit, they played a really damn good game against Philadelphia last week. I'm not sold on Washington at all. So I got the Lions in this game. I think that this is where Detroit gets their first win of the season. So I'm taking the Lions against Washington. Next game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, New Orleans Saints playing in New Orleans at Mercedes-Benz. I got the Saints winning this game over the Buccaneers. Just seems like the regular season the last couple years, the Buccaneers have just not matched up well against the Saints. Like in the regular season, the Saints have always had the Bucs number. So in this one, I'm taking New Orleans against Tampa Bay for New Orleans to extend their winning streak. But I don't think New Orleans will sweep Tampa Bay this year. I think Tampa Bay will beat them later in the year. But I think New Orleans gets this one over Tampa. Next game, Carolina Panthers, New York Giants playing at MetLife in New York. I'm going to go upset. I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers. I think the Panthers will bounce back from that Week 1 game against Cleveland and get the win against the Giants. The Giants kind of got a little lucky last week against the Titans. You know, they were able to convert that 2-point conversion and come all the way back against Tennessee. And they mainly missed it because of Tennessee missing a field goal at the end of the game. So I say that Panthers will beat the Giants this week. I got the Panthers winning that game. Next game, we got the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers playing in Pittsburgh. This is a really tough game. Like, Mac Jones, he's questionable for this game with a back injury, but I imagine he's going to play through with it. You know, I know New England's offense wasn't that solid, though, but the defense looked pretty okay. The Steelers last week, well, they got off to that early lead against Cincinnati, but they let the Bengals come back just so the Steelers could win in overtime on a field goal. But one thing we know for sure is that, as of late, New England's usually had Pittsburgh's number as of late, no matter its regular postseason. This one, though, I'm going to say the Patriots win this one. I think New England will bounce back against Miami after Miami and beat the Pittsburgh on the road, so give me the Patriots in that one. Next game, Indianapolis Colts, Jacksonville Jaguars playing in Jacksonville. Of course, we all remembered last year when the Colts played in Jacksonville last year, when the fans dressed up as clowns in Week 18, hoping Trent Baalke would get fired. And then the Colts royally shit the bed against the Jaguars in a game with the playoff spot on the line. Of course, Indianapolis hasn't beaten one in Jacksonville since 2014. And, of course, Indy's coming off that tie against Houston last week. So, in the end, I'm going to say upset of the week. I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars to beat the Colts at home. Give me Jacksonville over Indianapolis as my upset of the week. Next game, Miami Dolphins, Baltimore Ravens playing in Baltimore. I got the Ravens in this one. I'm still not sold on the Dolphins. Give me the Ravens in this one. Not buying it yet on Miami. That Miami's got a little bit more to prove to me. Next game, Atlanta Falcons, Los Angeles Rams playing in Los Angeles. I think the Rams will bounce back from that week one performance against Buffalo. I think they'll bounce back. I got the Rams winning at home against Atlanta. Give me the Rams in this one. Next game, Seattle Seahawks, San Francisco 49ers playing in Santa Clara. Of course, Seattle coming off the big win on Monday night against Russell Wilson, and the Broncos spoiling Russell Wilson's return to Seattle. So yeah, that was kind of shocking that they got it done with Geno Machino. But I think this week will be a sink back down to earth. Of course, the 49ers, they came off that loss against Chicago in week 1 in that rain monsoon. So yeah, this one, I think the 49ers bounce back, and I got them beating the Seahawks at home, so give me San Francisco in that one. Next game, Cincinnati Bengals, Dallas Cowboys playing in Dallas. For Dallas, Dak Prescott's out with a fractured thumb. He'll be out for 6 to 8 weeks. So Cooper Rush is now in at QB. Of course, the Bengals, we all know Joe Burrow had a pretty bad game against the Steelers last week. I think this week, I think the Bengals will bounce back from that week 1 performance, and I think they'll beat the Cowboys. Yeah, give me Cincinnati over Dallas. I think the Bengals will bounce back from week 1. Next game, Houston Texans, Denver Broncos playing in Denver. Of course, last week, Russell Wilson had his homecoming to Seattle spoiled by the Seahawks. And yeah, I had a feeling that the Broncos were not going to blow them out. I thought the Broncos would have won in a close game, but Seattle got the job done. Hey, that's just revenge games for you. They're always fucking weird. That's why you got to take revenge games with a grain of salt. Like, they're always weird. But yeah, this week, though, I think the Broncos will bounce back, and I think the Broncos get the win, so give me Denver over Houston. Next game, this could be an interesting one. Arizona Cardinals, Las Vegas Raiders playing in Las Vegas. I'm actually going to take the Raiders in this one. I got Raiders over the Cardinals. And I have the Cardinals starting 0-2 on the season because the Cardinals looked bad against the Chiefs last week. So, and the Raiders at least were contending with the Chargers. But yeah, this one, I got the Raiders in this one. Give me the Raiders over Arizona. Now we get to our Sunday night game. Chicago Bears versus Green Bay Packers playing in Green Bay. Yeah, this week, Chicago's going to get dick punched back to reality. I got the Packers winning at home in this one. Give me the Packers. I know the Packers looked flat against the Vikings last week, but keep in mind, last year the Packers got blown out by the Saints last year in the opener. And what happened after that week 1 loss to the Saints? The Packers went on and won 7 straight games. So yeah, now we've seen this song and dance from Green Bay before, and we know how this ends. I think Green Bay's going to go on a run here. So yeah, give me the Packers at home against Chicago. Now we get to 2 Monday night games. This is kind of weird. Usually the 2 Monday night game tradition is usually for week 1, not week 2. And they're only an hour apart because usually with one starts at 7 and the other starts at 10 with a game on the West Coast, but that's not the case this time. They're both an hour apart. So first one, we have Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills playing in Buffalo. Yeah, get out of here. I got the Bills winning that one. I think the Bills are going to run all over Tennessee. I think Buffalo should win that game, no problem. Give me the Bills in that one. And the final Monday night game, we have the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles playing in Philadelphia. Philadelphia played a very great game against Detroit in a very high-scoring game. The Vikings came off a very dominant performance against the Packers, but in the end, I think Minnesota gets sunk back down to earth a little bit. I got the Eagles winning at home in this one. Give me Philadelphia. Plus, it's the Eagles home opener, so Eagles Nation's going to be very rowdy for this game. So I got the Eagles winning that one. Give me Philly. But yeah, those are my week 2 picks. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Hope everyone's a great day, and I'll see you on whatever I make next. Peace.